Most people do not even realize they are losing in the game they created. Your life is not controlled by your parents, not your job, not your ex. You are the only one writing the script, but somehow you still manage to handle the pen to everyone else. This video is a reminder, do not be a loser in your own reality. Losing is not about money, followers, or looks. Losing is when you betray yourself in the world you're supposed to dominate.
I have been giving myself this experiment for the last 3 weeks where I have been loving myself like I am a child, okay? I make all of my meals. I anticipate when I'm hungry. I am treating myself. I'm sitting with my emotions. My apartment is tidy. I smell nice. I'm looking groomed. Like, it has been wonderful. I feel great. And I never thought it could be that simple.
If you need sugarcoating, this ain't the bakery, so keep scrolling. Now, since you stuck around, let me be clear. Every day you sit on your ass, you are proving that your excuses run your entire life and your dreams don't mean shit to you. You swear you're getting your ducks in a row? Guess what? Your ducks have been dead. Your comfort zone isn't comfort, it's a hamster wheel. You look busy, but the only thing growing is your belly and your bitterness. You scroll, you talk, you overthink, but meanwhile, your dreams are rotting in the back of your mind like those leftovers you left in the fridge last week that you swore you were going to eat. Keep this up. A year from now, you will not just be older. You will be irrelevant, still broke, still bitter, still clapping for strangers online while your own potential dies right in your drafts. And the wildest part is this. It won't be because you couldn't. It will be because you were too damn lazy to. Every single day you don't do what you know you should be doing, you are actively voting against your future. So yeah, keep running in place. Keep convincing yourself you're not ready. Or you can get off the phone, shut up, do the hard, boring, ugly grind that your future self is begging you to do. Because excuses don't deposit checks, and comfort zones will never cash you out. They just keep you broke, bitter, and basic. Hope that helps.
The moment you tolerate what drains you, you lose. The moment you start to prioritize people who wouldn't even clap for you, you lose. The moment you stay small because you're scared to upset someone else, again, you lose. You cannot win a game if you refuse to bench the players who slow you down. And sometimes the only slowest player here is you. Your old habits, your excuses, and your fear of upgrading and putting people who slow you down, who are not supposed to be in your new reality, aside.
Somebody said, don't be a loser in your own story. I can't tell you how important the way that you talk to yourself within your head out loud is so important. The world is already tough enough. Social media is already toxic enough. You can't be a loser in your own story. Like, you can't be a loser in your own head. You have to give yourself so much love. You have to affirm yourself so much. And I know it might sound woo-woo and journaling and affirmations and validation, everything like that. But I won't lie to y'all. That's how I began to trust myself again. Here's the thing. Nobody is coming to save you. It's a blessing and a curse. At the end of the day, you have all the ingredients in that cabinet to love yourself again. You are the author of your own story. You have the pen in your hand. You have the complete power to rewrite the narrative that you've been telling yourself in your head. You're never going to get that promotion, that you're never going to find love again, that you're never going to get your dream job. You're never going to lose those 15 pounds. You have to stop saying that because you're going to become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't be a loser in your own story.
If you want to feel more confident, this is one thing I wish I knew in my early 20s that would have quite literally saved me so much time and stress. Celebrate the small wins. So many people feel like they're a loser in their own story. That's a huge problem. And I was one of those people. You might feel like you win at nothing, like life just sucks, everyone's against you. But when you start to realize that you are the main character of your own story, you start celebrating those small wins, like literally making your bed, going to the gym every day, eating a healthy meal, because those are things that you weren't used to ever doing in the past. When you start doing those things and you start celebrating those small accomplishments, watch how it starts to amplify tenfold. You feel like you have no friends, you feel like you never do anything, you bed rot all day, you don't have a job, like you suck. Well, a newsflash, you need to start celebrating the small wins. So many things that you do in your day that don't need to be validated through other people, that you can validate in your own way. You'll feel so confident when you start to do that more and more every single day. Oh, you walked 10K steps today and you usually only get 5? oh my fucking god, like, be so proud of yourself. Like, the smallest wins. Like, it's not about having these big accolades and accomplishments and achieving all these big amazing goals and feeling like you need to like brag and boast about it to other people. It's about seeing the small wins every single day and feeling so proud of yourself for doing those things, because it's never things that you used to do in the past. When you go from being someone who's always depressed and feeling like you're a loser in your own story, you need to celebrate the small wins. Like, you need to start somewhere, because big wins come from celebrating small ones. I don't know, if there's one thing you take from this video, it's just celebrate the small wins, love.
I believe a lot of people lose by accident because they do not have a blueprint for what they should do in their life. Winning in your own reality means you build your own life like a CEO. You decide your standards, your boundaries, who enters, what you accept, what type of version that needs to show up in the future or even right now. If your reality feels chaotic, check the planning, check yourself. Check your habits. It is not the world that promised you, the world that you created. That is what needs to be checked. And the good news is you can rebuild it literally all today just by watching this video. That is your first step.
I just saw a TikTok that said, how are you going to be a loser in your own reality? And I had to save, I had to share, I had to like, I had to comment, because how are you going to be a loser in your own reality? This life is like a video game. We are in charge. We are in charge of what is going on in our reality because it's a mirror. The world is always mirroring back to you your own subconscious beliefs, your own beliefs. Your brain is going to be proving your own beliefs correct to you, and so is your reality. So you need to change internally. You need to change your beliefs internally if you want your external to change. Don't be a loser in your own reality.
Somebody said, don't be a loser in your own story. Think about that for a second. Don't be a loser in your own story. This is your life. You take control over it. You. Yes, there's certain things that you outside influences, blah, blah, blah. Generally speaking, you are as important as you make yourself. If you continue to make yourself small, you will always be the loser in your own story. That's absolutely wild. Make yourself big. You are big. You're so big, you can't even be contained. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. It starts up here. You can make the change. Be the change you want to be. You can do it. But please don't be the loser in your own story.
Life, it is really controlled by whoever has the strongest mindset in the room. If that person is not you, you will always feel like a background character in your own story. Somebody else will have a hand over your life. Somebody else will take the steering wheel and steer for you your whole life. So fix your own story and fix your standards and your character. And be the reason your future self really says thank you. If you did not take these steps, I wouldn't be here. So you need to look at the time where you are right now by your future self. Imagine it like that. And your future self is saying thank you for taking the steps and let this and that and third go and start doing this and that and third. Because if you don't do that, you will start being a hater. Because you didn't do what you're supposed to be doing, that you know right now that you should be doing.
I heard someone say today, do not be the loser in your own story. In a life where you only get to write one story, only one story where you get to choose the story that you're going to write. You get to choose the character that you're going to play. And then you get to act that character out however you want to, but only in one story. Please don't be the loser in your own story. Because see, the fact is, you can try to be a part of everybody else's story. You can try to rewrite theirs. You can try to dictate theirs. You can try to make theirs seem like something that it isn't. But at the end of the day, the only story that you will write and the only one that you will be remembered by is the one that you play out yourself. And it will be chosen by your actions, by what you did and what you didn't do. Do not be the loser in that one story. Make it work. Be the girl who did too much. Be the girl who tried too hard. Be the guy who never gave up. Be anything that you want to be, but do not be the loser in that one story. You got this.
Your life gets better when you stop allowing yourself to be a loser. And I'm not saying this in a way of like perform, push, because it's not really about that. You're being a loser when you don't follow through. You're being a loser when you don't keep your word. You're being a loser when you say that you're going to do something like, oh, I'm going to go to the gym starting Monday. I'm going to start eating right starting Monday. And you don't ever follow through on those things. You're being a loser when you say that you're going to start that project. You're going to start writing that book. You're going to start working on that business and you don't actually do that thing. And the problem with this is we think it only impacts us in these small ways, but it eats away at your self-confidence because you're a loser. Like, you can't even trust your own word. You don't do the things that you say that you're going to do, and you're letting yourself down constantly. And obviously that's going to bleed out into your character, and then it's going to impact the way that other people view you, because if you're a loser to yourself, you're not going to turn the switch on and not be a loser out in the world to other people. And it's not really about what other people think of you. It's barely even about what you think of you. It all comes back to what God thinks of you. And he doesn't want us to be lazy. He doesn't want us to be slothful. He doesn't want us to sit on the gifts and the talents that he's given us. So this is not to make you feel like angst and like get up and go do it right now. It's just to give you a point of awareness, a point of reference to really reflect on, like, am I being a loser? Like, am I doing the things that I said I'm going to do? Am I keeping the promises to myself? Am I actually being consistent and being diligent with the things that I'm supposed to be doing in my life? And if I'm not, how can I actually take steps to get there?